So this is a tough topic. Guys' reactions to the whole chastity thing. Now, sometimes it can feel really hard to be a young woman of faith, if you're Christian or Catholic, in the dating world out there, because it's hard to find guys who share in your core values. Sometimes as a young woman living chastity or saving sex for marriage in 2017, it can feel completely hopeless in the dating world. And that's what I want to talk about today. Maybe you are well versed in this scenario. You go on a date or a couple dates with a great guy and you let him know about this important aspect of your life, that you live chastity or that you're saving sex for marriage, and then you never hear from him again. He tells you he's just totally not down for that, or he literally just falls off the face of the planet, and you know exactly why he falls off the face of the planet, or makes some weird excuse as to why he doesn't want to date you anymore. And then you're left again with like, okay, well, that was cool, that was nice. And it can be really, really difficult and really discouraging. It can get so discouraging to keep telling guys this over and over and over and have them keep telling you that they're totally not cool with it, or keep falling off the face of the planet, or keep making weird, bizarre excuses as to why they can't date you, even though you know the real reason why they don't want to date you. Look, I want you to understand something. The sooner a guy splits or tells you that it's not cool with him or falls off the face of the earth after you tell him this, the better off you are. It's so important to date someone who shares your core values. That's what you deserve in a dating relationship. Someone who shares what's most important to you. Once a guy falls off the face of the earth or says it's not cool with him, you are then free to move on with your life and be available to date a man who is cool with that, who is doing the same thing, who is trying to live chastity, or who is saving sex for marriage. Whatever that looks like for you, you are free and available to date a man who wants to pursue chastity with you. And that's a really, really good thing. I remember being discouraged when I was dating and feeling like when a guy said, oh, like that's not cool with me, or fell off the face of the earth, it stung and it was disheartening, but I wish I could go back and high five myself every time that happened. Because as much as I thought and asked myself, like, why isn't me, like, without like the physicality of my body enough? Like, why isn't getting to know my heart, mind, and soul enough for like this guy? Why does he have to have some of my body or all of my body in order to date me? Every time that happened to me, I knew I was able to see what that guy was in it for, and how that wasn't the right relationship for me and wouldn't have been the right relationship for me. I asked myself, like, is this going to be a deal breaker for the rest of my life? Like, is every guy going to say for the rest of eternity, like, oh, sorry, not cool with that. Oh, sorry, no. Like, that's totally weird, or my friends think that's totally weird, or I think it's good when a guy's honest like that and says that's not cool with me, so that you can move on and you don't have to later on experience pressure from him, or him saying one thing in the beginning, like, oh, that's cool with me, and then later on you find out that it's totally not, which is something some of you probably have been through as well. But it's so good. Every time I told a guy that I'm saving sex for marriage, or I'm living chastity, pursuing that virtue in my life, and I was rejected, or that was rejected, it made it all the more beautiful when I met Daniel. And when I shared that part of my heart with Daniel and that part of my life with Daniel, telling him that that was really important to me, and that's something that I was doing until the day I got married, it made it all the more special and all the more beautiful when he said, great, me too. I just want you to take heart. When that happens, in those moments where it stings or when it hurts, or you feel like, oh my gosh, is this going to be forever? I want you to brush it off, sister, with your head held high going forward. Know that you are so much better off when that does happen, because whether or not you ever get married in your life, the pursuit of chastity is a very, very good thing, and a very, very beautiful and fulfilling thing. Know that there are men out there, even though they're few and far between, we've talked about this a lot, who want to get to know you for your heart and your soul and your mind, and just how spectacular you are, because that's what God created you, spectacular. That's all for today. Believe in yourself. Be gentle with yourselves. You are so, so, so very loved. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.